per game. Got all three. And Ole Miss goes back in front by 2. Three-point record, in case you're wondering, held by Ole Miss for 8 in the game. Chris Warren 2 games ago against South Carolina. Keith Carter also did it in the late 90s. Here's Ross. Got it. That's just inside the three-point line, and we're tied again.
Nice job by Ross. Kenny Gabriel, the guy that's leading them in scoring tonight, sitting on the bench. Ross is going to have to, he's in the game, but Ross is going to have to step up. He's the guy we had at Star Watch.
Look at that. Second half for Auburn, 53% from the field after 23% the first half. Yeah, you're right. Well, Gabriel's out there, but he's got 4 fouls. Here's Nelson again with 5 on the shot clock. Long way from the hoop. Drives. Fouled by Ross, and that's his 3rd.
But he takes it at the defense. Auburn extended their defense out that time, well past the three-point line to prevent Ross from taking that shot. So he splits the defense, attacks the basket, but seeks out the contact and throws the ball up to the basket. DundrecousNelson, the three-point machine.
He missed the free throw, has another one coming.
But he's also, before that free throw, he's been holding his arm from the fall that he took when he hit the floor.
Points tonight for Nelson, and the Rebels go back in front.
Almost like he landed and hit his funny bone. He keeps shaking his arm like he doesn't have any feeling in his right hand.
Gabriel fouled by Henry.
Nice play. They did a little bit of misdirection. Made it look like they were setting a double screen for Chris Denson coming off the top, and Gabriel sneaks up underneath, gets the pass, and then gets the foul.
Anderson 4th on Henry, and Buckner, remember, for Ole Miss is already fouled out. And folks, I misspoke earlier. Both Ross and Gabriel have 4 fouls now for Auburn, and Ross is going to take a seat. There you see the 4th on Henry.
Coach Barbee for Auburn has got to do a little juggling act now this last 5:34. He really can't afford to lose either one of these players.
What a game this is turning out to be. It was a 20-point difference in the first half. Ole Miss was running away with it. DundrecousNelson was on fire, and nobody within sight with a garden hose. And it looked like it was going to get ugly, but here we go. We've got a 1-point difference here, 60-59 Auburn. Graham missed the 3. Loose in the corner. Henry keeps it alive. He got it to Short. Great hustle by Terrence Henry. And Warren is going to get to the free throw line and is thinking they are not going to count that shot.
I question that too. Why did the official sit there and watch and wait for the ball to go in the basket before he made the foul call? But again, that time the hustle by Henry. Payne saw Henry coming out of the corner of his eye. He stopped. Henry kept going, threw the ball off Payne, and then it bounced to one of his teammates.
Ross and Gabriel come back in again, both with 4 personals.
Barbie going a little offense-defense right now with these guys as they both have 4 fouls.
Warren well below his season average, but he has made things happen in other ways at times. Got them both. So 6 tonight for Chris Warren. And he is the best free throw shooter in the country, 93.7% coming in. He's only been at the line that time here tonight. He made it both. 61-60, Ole Miss on top. 5 minutes to play. And a foul away from the ball on Ole Miss.
They're going to call that on Stedman Short. Even Rob Chubb was wrestling up underneath the basket.
That's the 5th on Short. He fouls saw with no points. So two big men out of this game here tonight for Ole Miss. Buckner has fouled out, and now Stedman short.
And now it's the responsibility of the Auburn Tigers to realize this. Ole Miss is going to have to go small. So now you got to put the ball on the floor, somehow look to attack that 2-3 zone of Ole Miss and get to the basket because they no longer have shot blockers in there.
Well, if Ole Miss loses tonight, they have no chance of the number 2 seed. You and I will talk about it at the top of the broadcast. That was the goal of this team coming into the night.
Keep looking over here.
You know, obviously they need a little help, but the only thing they can be concerned about is winning their games. And they can't be peeking up at the scoreboard, keeping an eye on Mississippi State, Arkansas.
Chubb has another chance to tie this one up as Wallace comes back in. Point guard out of Pensacola, Florida.
Auburn needs him to make this second shot. What they can ill afford now is to have empty possessions.
Oh, and he missed that one badly. But Ole Miss gives it back to Auburn as Henry lost it on the baseline.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
That's right. That's unfortunate for Ole Miss. Henry just couldn't find the handle.
Well, he kept waiting for it to hit the rim, and then it basically grazed the rim, went straight down. It's almost like a ball on a pool table. It had so much English on it, it spun off his hands and out of bounds.
Ross for three. Yes!
I think that falls under the ill-advised, but we'll take it category.
That's the second three tonight for Ross, and the 10th three made for Auburn. Warren can't answer back, and Gabriel, playing with 4 fouls, rips down the rebound.
Well, how about Gabriel? Just out-jumps Williams from Ole Miss, goes up and gets that ball.
Chubb back out for Wallace. His three no good. And there's a foul underneath on Auburn. And it's Chubb. Ross got this crowd up on its feet as Auburn has the lead 63-61 with 3:49 to go. But if they win their last 2 games, LSU lost tonight to Georgia. So if Auburn can take care of business here tonight and win in their season finale on Saturday, they would be the 5 seed. And that is amazing considering this team was projected to possibly not win a game all year in league play. As Henry hits the free throw.
There's been plenty of games where they've been in. You can talk about the last 2 alone. The heartbreak loss to Alabama. Second loss to Arkansas. That's just, they haven't been able to get over the hump, and a lot of it has to do with their youth. But their youth has stepped up tonight as both Gabriel and Ross have combined for 21 second half points.
Henry gets them both to tie it up at 63. He's Will Purdue. I'm Clay Matvick. Glad to have you along for this one. It's turned into a great game. It was a 20-point Ole Miss lead in the first half, and there is a turnover, and Ole Miss has possession with 3:33 to go.
It's only the 7th turnover for Auburn tonight.
Ross again comes out, so does Gabriel. As both of those players have to be careful for Auburn. Each has 4 personal fouls. Nelson contorting, can't get around enough to get a good look. That was a contested shot all the way.
It's almost like he had predetermined that he wanted to shoot that ball and took it into the teeth of the defense.
Denson beats the post. Chubb spins and scores. Pretty good second half for Rob Chubb.
But that time Chubb caught the ball, realized where he was, hesitated for just a second, squared up, and then a nice little right-hand hook over the defense.
Warren can't get it to go. Henry. Chubb blocked it.
Nice job by Chubb. Blocked that flat-footed, didn't go for the fake, stayed down, just extended his arms and let the offense bring the ball into him.
He's got 7 points all here in the second half. Auburn by 2. And a timeout called for by Tony Barbie. Auburn has 2 remaining. Scarface has been impressive here since halftime. I have to go there.
That wasn't necessary. But then again, you see how he got his head around, saw the basket, then released the basketball. But a nice job. Stays down. That time he got up. No, he didn't. Barely got over the pogo. That's why I thought he didn't jump up. But it's not about how high you can jump. It's the timing. But he also allowed the defense to bring the ball into his hands.
It's easy for you to say. You're 7 feet tall.
Listen, just because you have to jump to the top shelf to get a jar of peanut butter is not my problem.
Here's what's at stake tonight for both of these teams. Ole Miss trying for that 2nd seed in the SEC West. They lose tonight. They're out of the picture for that. Auburn trying to end a 4-game losing streak. And they're in the hunt for the 5th seed. LSU lost tonight. And Auburn will play LSU on Saturday. If they take care of the Tigers, they'll be the 5 seed. Provided they win here. Chubb the slam. He has been inspiring.
For the Chubb, he bobbled that ball, but he had the fortitude to grasp it, then take it up. He was not in a hurry.
And now Chubb is going to be called for the personal.
And look, the ball comes in. Nice job of sealing the man. He juggles it, catches it. A little bit of a fake that allows him to regroup. Then takes it up and finishes.
Henry has been good at the free throw line here tonight. He is 6 of 7. 71% foul shooter. Got them both. 2-point game once again. We're under 2 to play. Naismith running the point. Wallace on the bench. Ross for Chubb, and he's pushed by Henry.
Now, I agree with Henry, the fact that he's disgruntled with the foul, especially now that that's his 5th. But the officials made the same exact call on Chubb on the other end of the floor.
Well, Ole Miss is running out of soldiers. That's the 3rd player here tonight to foul out. They're all big men. Henry down, Buckner down, and Short down.
Look at this. Chubb does a nice job of sealing. Henry tries to come around. I think that might classify as a touch foul, but again, nonetheless, they called the same exact foul on Chubb on the other end that sent Henry to the free throw line.
Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Possession arrow favors Ole Miss. Got it both. 11 points for Rob Chubb, all here in the second half.
Well, if Chubb's not careful, Tony Barbie might order somebody to scratch his face in practice tomorrow and get them ready for Saturday's game.
Full court pressure. Relaxes down by Auburn. Nelson got it. Through the double team, muscled that in.
Took it amongst the land of the Giants. Was able to hang in the air long enough just to get that up in the basket.
Barbie the timeout. Auburn has 1 left. Well, last time Ole Miss faced Auburn, it was Zach Graham that scored 30 points, a career high. Tonight, it's Dundrecous Nelson with 30. We'll see if it's going to be enough for Ole Miss as they still trail by 2 with 1:10 left. Joe Lenardi, our bracketologist, says that 5 teams from the SEC are in the dance as of right now. Neither Ole Miss or Auburn, of course, in that 5. How about 11 from the Big East, Will?
It's just hard to believe.
It really is.
The fact that it